frequency lands where it is raining. I think, what we have, 23 mils overnight? Mick?
Sorry?
23 mils, did you say?
27.
27 mils of rain last night. So that was a lovely start to some rain that we have much needed. You know what? I don't know if any of what I just said was recorded. So I'll say it again. Good morning and welcome to Tuesday, the 17th of June. It's still being very laggy. So anyway, here we go. All right, ladies and gents, if I get any gents here, we have the moon in Pisces now. All right, so it moved into Pisces at 4:09 a.m. Good morning, Alicia. Look, it's working. So nice to see you. Um, so yeah, moon in Pisces. Now there's some interesting stuff. So 7 a.m. we did have the moon trine Jupiter. Um, Definitely had weird dreams last night. Very weird dreams. Now, hang on, I'm just going to pull this card. I've got a Susan today. I had the feeling to open up with a Susan because the Pisces. There we go. What does she say? She says, "Good morning, Helen. How are you? Do not get involved. These little tree ants engineers build their home in trees. If you disturb them, watch out. They'll bite. Will be painful. So let it be." Good morning, Susan. Here she is. I picked you this morning. Do not get involved. All right. So I actually quite like that. I'm going to read the words. So conversations will calm down today. All right. What here? Okay, so sorry, I've got notes everywhere for this one. It's a very, very active day. All right, conversations will calm down considerably today with some nurturing, healing, and spiritual awareness being introduced back into the mix. Good morning, Sean. It feels like a deep truth that is integrated instantly. You cannot unsee or unhear certain things. Good morning, Heather. And now with Mars about to move into Virgo at 6:36 p.m. tonight, he will now be willing to think twice before he acts. So let's hope some of the tension around the world ends. And I don't know about you, but with Mars moving into Virgo, us Aries, Scorpio, or Mars strongly placed people, oh, it's gonna be a deep belly breath. You know, the fire sign is moving into an earth area. All right. So, with him moving out of Leo, the ego is going to calm down. Oh my God. I'm just thinking of the person in America that is making all of these big brush statements. And, it's off that 29-degree Leo now. Well, it's on 29 degrees Leo now. When it moves into Virgo, let's hope that it will all calm down because, like I said, the moon is in Pisces. So there is some deep spiritual ramifications. Good morning, Auntie Pat. How are you? So now, all right. So let's look at the moon's the things that the moon is doing today. All right. So the moon is going to be squaring Hygeia. All right. So moon in Pisces, square Hygeia. Oh, Hygeia in Gemini. I know I should train me. I know I should go do the good thing for myself, but I just want to snuggle up in bed because it's cold or I'm not feeling it. You know, Pisces, they are, how am I? They can be very driven, but it's when it's going with the current, not against the current. I don't know. You know what I mean. Anyway, you know what? There's probably going to be some sort of resistance today to doing the good thing, and I'm absolutely feeling that. All right, after 6, there is a trine to Mercury. All right, so that moon in Pisces trine Mercury is going to be nice. It's going to be better for those conversations because at the same time, it also does sextile Venus. All right, so thinking about that particularly, so after our 6 p.m. makes it going into the day in the northern hemisphere or vice versa. You know what I mean? It's going to be so I'm just hoping that when the trine to Mercury and the sextile to Venus start in Pisces, that'll be when all the peace talks or good conversations come out. All right. So now another one that we have today is that is great for all of these. Let's calm everything down. Everybody, let's heal. We live on one planet, and if we have nuclear war, we all die. Or you know what I mean? Like there is far-reaching ramifications. Like I said, I've got here spiritual ramifications, but I think it's just more the collective. So let's hope that I just read a news highlight, and it's like Iran, Iraq, someone like that is going to have nuclear weapons within 2 weeks, and it's like fucking awesome. Like seriously, let's allow these psychopaths to have these weapons of mass destruction. I mean, they have them anyway, but let's just hope it all calms down. All right. So yeah, Sun sextile Chiron. Good morning, Amy. How are you? At 5 p.m. All right, so that is great. Let's just, like I said, let's just hope those cogs start turning. The Sun sextiles Chiron. If this is a personal one-on-one relationship, um, Sun's still in Gemini, Chiron in Aries. Even though we've got that resistance to go do the good things, we could have that spiritual awareness that then sort of, everything starts to, well, if I am the bigger person, or, I don't have to carry these hurts. Remember we're doing that Hygeia in Gemini as well. So we're starting to realize where the peaks and troughs, the hiccups are in ourselves as well. So that's a good one. Now, Neptune trine Lilith. All right. So is it Neptune? No, Lilith is moving faster. So Lilith trine Neptune. Now I love this one, all right, because Neptune in Aries is that Knights Templar, give me something worth fighting for. I'm going to put on my armor and go fight for my god. But Lilith is in Sagittarius. She's moving in and out of Scorpio. So Lilith moves into this Sagittarius placement, and she's like, check your philosophy, bud. Check your religion. Have a look at your doctrine. There's a certain amount of breaking free from dogma. All right. And I love this one because, all of the arguments that are sort of happening right now are because of, these religious and land-based values. We all bleed the same red blood. Like we're all one species. Maybe there's genetic differences everywhere, but we're all one species. Good morning, Julie. How are you? So the fact that, we've got these people that are destroying the earth and killing their own people and like all of the stuff because of, my book is better than yours. Like I was saying with the when Mars move out of Leo, it's like calm down, buddy. Like it's not a my dick is bigger than yours fight. It's like this is the real world. Like people are dying. So, so yeah, there's rebellion with a higher purpose. All right, is there anything else? Mm, I like that Mars is going to start, Mars is sextiling Jupiter. All right. So that is also giving Mars, especially when he moves into Virgo at 6:36 for those people that got on afterwards. Um, um, so Mars sextile Jupiter, Jupiter now in Cancer, Mars moving into Virgo. Let's think about this a bit more. Virgo is very analytical. It's about the health, the peace, the grounding. I was reading about the Pluto in Virgo generation. They're the ones that sort of free love and hippies. The people that rejected the pharmaceutical norm. Um, so in this way, I think Mars in Virgo, sextile Jupiter in Cancer is going to absolutely bring things down. Good morning, Barbara, and be a little bit more thoughtful and concerned with the populace. Anyway, all right, let's draw a card. So in the beginning, I drew the lovely Susan's cards, and it was saying, "Do not get involved." All right, and I agree. Yeah, I agree. Just do your own healing and you know, start the conversation. If you are having if there has been tension from the last week, all right, because we've had a very, very tense week, um, how can you fix that within yourself? Remember the antenna. You know what I mean? Like if there is drama in your life, you are somehow involved. All right. This might just be a spiritual truth, but you are somehow involved. Good morning, Sally. How are you? So, how can you extricate yourself from these situations um, by resolving it within yourself first? I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's draw. I'm going to do a dream weaver today. I've sort of sped through it today, but yeah. Another little quote thingy I've got here is, and I did put it in the words, is what hearing the deep truth does to you. There is a enlightened awareness. Once you know a truth, you cannot unknow that. All right. So that so like I was saying, this is about instant integration. It's a bit of a slap in the face where the truth becomes suddenly so real you can't unknow that. All right, so that's the sort of feeling that I was getting with this. All right. Maybe that ant do not get involved is part of the stand back, don't get involved in other people's dramas. You can't help people that have got massive egos. They've got to learn their own lessons because they think they're it. Okay, I want this one. Oh. This is very apt for what the winter spirits knows. It's very cold. Yes, it's very cold. No, I'll just get my glasses. That is card number 20. Obstacles that are divinely timed, the season of rest and slowing down to regroup. Obstacles are placed in our paths for a purpose, to slow us down. Sorry, I can't hold that up today. If you encounter ice, you need to proceed with caution. If you encounter a no, maybe a yes will come from a new source. If you encounter a mountain, you need time to figure out whether you should climb it, walk around it, or dig a tunnel through it. You just need to choose another path. Regardless of the form an obstacle takes, the winter spirits know that sometimes you need to put something on ice until a better time. If something isn't working right now, trust that it's not meant to, at least not yet. What the winter spirits know is that the season of slowing down to contemplate and dream is upon you now. Take advantage of this time to regroup, rethink your choices, and make a plan. Only after you've rested and surrendered will you receive the wisdom that heralds the time of regeneration and rebirth. And who knows, perhaps the obstacles in your path you've been planning, oh, sorry, perhaps the obstacles in your path that you have been planning for have melted away by then. So I like that. I like that. With the don't get involved, maybe leave things alone. How does that fit in your world? How does that fit in your life? Is it a time to just yes, the mood's in Pisces now and we're very much intuitively connected. All right, so trust your intuition. And like I said, there's spiritual ramifications. There's what in enlightened awareness. There's breaking free from long held mistruths. Like in the form of religious dogma. Um, Actually, when I was doing the research for this, the Lilith trine Neptune, the it was described as the oracle in the Matrix. You know how she challenges Neo into that really deep, simple philosophy, and he was just like mind blown. There's that truth that then you cannot unknow. So I will leave you with that for my actually. Oh my god, I almost did it again. I've created a course. It is ready to purchase. So it is a 6-week life reset. Now, if you're on my email list, you would have received my pre thing. But I'm going to start the live round on the following Tuesday. All right. So Saturday is the solstice. on the 21, 22, 23, 24th. I'm going to be doing, so it's 6 weeks, right? So you can either just get the course and you get 7 weeks worth of emails, and it's like a thought experiment, really. You get journal prompts, you get, like, all the information. It's based on the house systems. All right, so week one, I'm going to be doing the first seventh house axis, and you get to have a look at your life and contemplate the things that are in it. Hello, Daniel, how are you? And so, like I said, it is a base course. You can just do the email, or you can upgrade to join in the coaching group, which is at 9:30 for my people already in there, and we will go through your life in person during that time. All right, so there are options, but it's only $77 for like a 6 week course. So I have put it in the group, but I'll put it in the chat so that you can, if you would like to join me and have a bit of a life reset. I created this because I did a life reset, and I just, I feel like I got myself back on track, and all of the beautiful things that happen when you take a good hard look at your life, and without judgment, with support, all the things. So yeah, so I'm really happy to have this offer if anybody is interested. Robin, sorry, I haven't got back to you yet, but I will be getting back to you. And for everyone else that's reached out from the email, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to running this. So I hope you have an amazing day, everybody. And remember that, to just keep your intuition and your hearing out for these nuggets of gold that the universe might be dropping on your path today. So take it easy, and mwah, I will see you guys tomorrow.